Alright, welcome to the Aegis Reclaimer. Hopped out of the pilot's seat. See that drops down in front of him to give you your HUD and MFDs. There's the claw. As you can see, it is so aptly marked. Walking a little fast. Alright, back here we have the tractor beam operator seat. Both of them. They don't actually function right now, but we know where they're going to be. Exiting the main cabin. Some escape pods. Here we have a scanner station, as well as a remote turret, and a second scanner station and a second remote turret station. Stairs or a ladder that goes up. I'll show you that in a minute, but I'm going to use the elevator behind me here shortly. This is the elevator to go outside. It is one person at a time. You stand inside and it drops you all the way down to the ground. And then brings you back up. I'm not going to use that at the moment. You'll notice a lot of fire and sparks and leaky hoses and stuff. Since I'm in Arena Commander right now, you get the damage state. I'm in Arena Commander because the PTU is still very unstable, and after about 5 minutes on a planet, or less than that, you end up with a lot of artifacting and a bunch of goofy triangles everywhere. Alright, so take the elevator up. Level of detail in here is incredible. Individual wires and shit. Alright, so here we are on the maintenance deck. I'll take you in there in a second. This is where that other ladder was, back here. Comes up next to the gravity generator for the ship. I've tested this by landing upside down on a planet, and you still walk around upside right inside the ship. This is a grab gen room. Turret access. So we'll go up here and I'll show you what it looks like for the moment. The turret doesn't actually function yet, but by all accounts the turret will be behind those doors. You can see hinges on each side. Turn the flashlight on for a second. And that's where the turret should end up being. There are also several components up here. You'll see these C2s and C1s and C7 stuff listed all over the place. These are the component sheds where you'll actually do the maintenance piece. Removing bad components, repairing them, fixing them, that sort of thing. Alright, on the opposite side of the room we have the drone operator room. Throw the light on for just a second. So this is where the salvage drones are going to be. You have two guys that can operate them sitting there. And you can do repair, maintenance in here, but there'll be, looks like 2, most likely, possibly 4, but they'll be plugged in here, and I guess they launch through this door up above us. Should open to the outside. Continuing on around, level of detail in the hallways is incredible. Of course, there are lots of people complaining that your ship looks dirty. I like that it looks dirty. That's my personal thing. I feel like a xenomorph is going to jump out of the fence at any time. But, you know, like the look of it. More escape pods in here, so crew in mid-deck can get to that sort of thing. Darth Vader breathing apparatus, I guess. I don't know. On the other side, I just have some more computer stuff. So this would be most likely where you have to replace the computers that manage all the operating systems on the ship. That is one of the components that can fail and will need to be replaced. Moving further back, we have the mess area. There's also a docking collar in here. I'll walk around the mess in just a second. Docking collar doesn't actually function just yet, but that's where ships will dock with us. We can move in and out of there, I guess. I'm not sure if they're going to add a ladder or what. Here's the mess area. You can sit down and enjoy a meal, if you so choose. Let's see outside. It's one of the main engines there, secondary engine there. That other door for the docking collar. Continue back and I'll show you the crew quarters and the captain's quarters. Crew quarters. Again, damaged state, so there'll be a lot of sparking and smoke in here. You got several beds. Upper bed, lower bed. We also have lockers that eventually you'll be able to store stuff in. I assume your uniforms and whatnot. Currently we're all vampires. We don't exist in the mirror just yet. And I'm going to yell at my crew for making such a mess. Good lord. Clean up after yourselves. There will be showers. See all these open. Of course. Some toilettes as well. Flush. Can't flush it yet. So the toilets don't work, so crew members please be advised. No using the toilets. Captain's quarters are across the hallway. I have a nice view out the side here of the engines. My own microwave. That's right, I said mine. Sit in the captain's chair and stare at nothing. Not sure what the purpose of this is just yet. Sure there will be things added on. Maybe it's a trophy case. I'll add some cool things there. Lockers. Bed. And then private bathroom and shower. Yep, still a vampire. Just wanted to make sure. Alright, continuing back further to the aft of the ship. So we have airlocks on each side. Right now there's no pressurization system really. In fact, I don't even think you could tell the oxygen on here. Got some cool suits. This exits to the outside. As you probably saw in my other video, the little demonstration of flying around the ship. That's that exit that I showed you. Close each of these. Exact same setup on the other side there. The subdeck. This is where the engineer will spend most of his or her time. Get off the ladder, dumbass. There we go. We have more component sheds, as you can see. And then the engine housing. Primary reactor. Seems a little grumpy right now. The engineering station is right here. If I get it to open. And it's not going to open for me right now. But that's the engineering station. Alright, now we'll take a little ride on the elevator. The main elevator at the aft of the ship. Remember you saw the giant ass of this thing? Well, we're going to take a little trip. We'll start at the top and work our way down. Salvage balcony. Going up. Alright, big open room, but this is where you will observe the salvage being sorted and messed with in some fashion. We're not exactly sure how it gets piped in here or how it gets stored or whatever, if that's just game magic. Not 100% sure of the mechanics, but this is where the salvage will come in to be sorted. Speed up around here. So if you're bored and want to watch shit fall from the ceiling, this is where you stand. Alright, let's go down one. There we go. Habitation deck we were already at, so we'll go down to salvage processing. So it's the balcony. Habitation deck will be a small door there. That's where we initially came in. And now we're at the salvage processing level. So this is just that room that we were looking down into from the balcony. You see there's a level below me. We'll go down there in just a moment. Primary thing to look at in here is this chute in the back, the salvage lift. We'll have to see how that functions. There is no functionality or switches back here at this time. It seems like it may get pushed back to the back and drop to the second level, or brought up here in some fashion. Not sure. None of these doors open to my knowledge. Or they're not doors. Be more accurate there. I do have a lot of deck latching for items that need to be tied down. Rusty whatnots. Door front's closing. Once it closes, it gives a few more options. Salvage hold. Alright, so this is the ultimate holding area for the salvage. That's where that chute came down to back there. And then obviously it mentions cargo. Not sure if it's supposed to go down through, if that's a door, or what. Most of the functionality of the ship is not here yet. It's just a big shell. It's really cool to walk around in, and relatively difficult to land. Cargo hold. Final step. I'm not going to be exiting the ship because it just puts me out in space. Kind of looking the wrong way. So this is the cargo hold. Maybe the same width and length as the Starfarer, but not the same height. And as you can see, there are still some bugs. If you go too far to the back, it thinks you're in space. Haven't figured that out yet. That also, there's no cargo door, if you will. You can't load cargo from the back or unload. So if anyone had any hopes of throwing a bunch of cyclones or noxes or dragonflies in here, that's probably not going to happen. Though you might be able to bring something small like a gray cat up this elevator once you take it down to the surface. That's about the best you're going to get. Okay, we'll go back to the habitation deck. There you have it. That's the reclaimer, the interior. I really feel like I've walked right into an Alien movie. I love it. Hopefully we'll have many, many hours of gameplay centered around salvaging, and hell, Steven wants to try grabbing a ship in mid-flight. Use it as our own personal law enforcement vehicle. We'll go down this ladder so you can see that at least. Alright. Now in the game, or in the previews, they showed the ability to go out there and look at what's going on. I have not figured out a way to go out and look at this from above. If I figure that out, I'll let you all know. I have not discovered it yet. Alright, back to the cockpit. I'll sit down in the claw seat so you can see the visibility from there. It's actually quite nice. Definitely have a nice pretty view of whatever you're trying to rip apart with that giant ass claw. Alright. I'll do more ship tours as more big interesting ships come out. This is Wedge signing off.